think I just want one. Okay, test. I think we should be live. I'm just checking the delay. Maybe. Okay, so test is good. I want to see if this mic is going to be any better, but I'll have to wait, obviously, for that. And we're going to start playing in a couple of minutes, just waiting for it to hit 5 or 4:55. Can lower the bit rate. Okay. I think all is good. Chat OBS. Good to go. Let's get some tables open. A few minutes early, but that should be fine. So I can test the layout. Okay, layout looks good. And now we'll just wait for our hands. let's get going. Okay, we can just fold to the 4-bet. I think I should have auto top on. Oh. 9 seconds until the new leaderboard starts. We should be picking up our first hands on these tables. Oh, okay, hold on. Hold this, hold on. Okay, should now be live. Just gonna check it on another tab. No, that's not. Okay, looks good. Does it sound good? Think we're sounding good. Alright, let's get back on the tables. New leaderboard has started, so let's do it. Snap check back. Okay. Cool. We just chop for free. We'll take it. Good flop. I'm playing like 3-handed here. Big size. c-bets very often, though. Oh, lots of his aces are catching up now. Can we fill up this table? I'm just gonna let this one go here. Okay, AK. I don't want to be playing heads up. If these seats don't get filled, I'm gonna change table. That's a very big 3-bet. It's not 3-betting often. Let's go 22 and a bit, and I think I'm going to fold to the jam. Okay, he just folds. I'm going to find a new table for this one. Okay, I'm just going to go and tag everybody that has, like, significantly higher than 30 VPIP. I want this table to fill up too. Yeah, I'll just try and find a new one because there's somebody sitting out. Waiting. I could open another 2 tables, but I think 4 is probably enough for the test stream anyway. Just on camera a bit. I could have gone bigger here, actually. Maybe we don't need to against under the gun. It's a pretty good flop for me. Also hits his range a decent amount. I'm going to go for a small third size c-bet. Going to get called by lots of his overs as well. Okay, he shouldn't have too much 8x. Kind of want to charge. Yeah, he might have some better jacks, so I'm going to slow down. It's too aggressive here. Okay, he checked it back. I really don't like this ace river though, so we're just going to check and hope he checks back. Going to be 3-betting here to 11. Okay, we actually win at showdown. Cool. Not entirely sure what he has there. I think a lot of his hands should have an ace in them, but suppose I'm just going to talk through my thought process here. So this is just fold. We can open this if it folds to us. Doesn't. Not going to 3-bet. Higher than 30% VPIP, so I'm going to tag him just so I can be aware. This guy as well. Kings on table 4, nice. And we get open from this guy. And a cold caller. Gonna put in a big squeeze. Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's go quite big here. I think this is probably a good size. Fold over there. This guy might double flat me. No. So we just pick up some free money. That's good. No problem. Queens on table 2. In the big blind. I did not. I just accidentally open limped on table 1. Okay. That's not what we meant to do, but okay. Imagine we somehow just flop the nuts. That would be quite nice. Flop like 3-3-3 or something. Well, we do flop a pair against the big blind who's checking to us. And now we have an open-ended straight draw. Okay, we're going to put in the 3-bet over here. I'm just going to check this one again. And we'll take our 3 to showdown. And we have him out-kicked. So we somehow made money off of that. I'm going to throw in... No, we're going to go for the risk. Fold here. I think I should raise bigger, actually, against this guy. We'll go for a small C-bet. Gonna go for a 3-bet over here, fold. Okay, we'll take it down. Half pot C-bet over here. We can get called by diamonds, 10x. Okay, very quick call. So same kind of thought process here, really. In fact, we want to go quite large. And if we get raised, it's probably just a 3. We are fairly deep. We want to jam the river. So if I bet about pot, a little bit under pot, and we can jam the river, it just folds. No problem. My brain is still kind of warming up here. My poker brain is turning on. We'll see how we do in the leaderboard, but I think to really make the money off of the leaderboards, we're going to need to be playing 50 NL. And today we're just playing 25 NL. Probably 4 to 6 tables of 50 NL would do the trick, though. Okay, ace queen under the gun. Definitely an open. And we're going to pick up free money. Pocket 4s on the button. We get opened. Put in a 3-bet on this occasion. On the button, see if we can go heads up. Probably should just go 6.6 here. That's okay though. Just down here. Okay, monotone flop, we're just going to see bet small if he checks it over. Probably even smaller than that. And we get 3-bet over here. Fold. So I can be getting called here by really anything that has 1 heart. We're just going to be taking our force to showdown at this point, though. Okay, we make a set on the river, but we're now losing to any heart, so don't really think there's much we can do. And yeah, we got a large size on the river. Once I check back the turn, this is just a flush. Open pocket 4s on table 4. Pocket 3s on table 3. We get pocket deuces on table 2 and pocket aces on table 1, maybe? Okay, we're just going to win over here. And we're just going to call here. Flop is good for my range. And this guy's c-betting a lot. This flop is really good for me. And I think I can get away with a check raise here quite often. He can, of course, have overpairs, and, you know, I'm expecting he'll probably even call with things like ace-king with a diamond. His VPIP is quite high. He's c-betting, you know, 3/4 of the time, so... Not going to be playing 7-deuce against a cold 3-bet from the small blind, or ever, but... especially not against a cold 3-bet from the small blind. We're gonna 3-bet this one out of the small blind here, out of position. This is too weak to open from the UTG. Okay, this guy's getting it in with jacks. I did not see the action on this table, but it's good to know that he can get it in with jacks. Okay, maybe go for a slightly... Like, this is... I'm not going to be continuing here. I'm just going to be dominated. Basically only be looking for diamonds. I'm trying to articulate my thought process while my brain is not warmed up yet, so... So be easy. 3-bet here. I think you could hear my fan and my mic, so sorry about that. Here, fold, we get 4-bet, we can just fold ace-queen. If he's 3-betting 9%, how much of that is he going to 4-bet? I think we're just dominated too often. think the camera's good where it is. I think on the next stream I'm going to do 6 tables rather than 4, because there's quite often periods of time like this where I'm sitting with easy folds on all 4 tables and people are acting quite slow. I can be getting in some extra hands. But then, of course, every now and then you get 3 or 4 playable hands at the same time, and you're trying to keep track of all the action, and it's quite hard. I'm sure that's going to happen at least once in this stream. Get called, we're going to check out of position. Single raise pot. If it's 3-bet, I'd probably donk for a 3rd pot. He's now going to come out for a 3rd pot. I think we have too many backdoors here to be folding. Don't really think there's any merit to raising here. Just going to flick in the call and check it over to him again. It's quite a large open from the small blind, but it could be his standard small blind open. Don't really see a reason to bet here. I think we can just check back. Okay, he does check back here on the turn, which makes me think that he probably doesn't have anything. Let's just be checking here. I'll take my queen high to showdown. We lose. So I think this is likely a bluff, but do I beat all of his bluffs? Like, he checks back the turn. When there's a flush draw out there, I think he's going to be continuing to bet a lot of his value. He called my open. Like, is he doing this for value if he's just rivered an 8? I don't think so. I beat some of his worst ace highs. Ace 4, ace 5. But I do lose to some of his pocket pairs, but he has to be turning those pocket pairs into a bluff. I'm going to flick in the call here, and we're going to see what he shows up with. Yeah, okay. It makes sense. Okay, I'm going to be putting in 3-bet over here. Fold, he just folds. Straddles on up on this table. Not enjoyable having 50 big blinds, so hopefully we can build a stack. I think we could defend here. We do flop 2 overs and backdoors. This flop is much better for my range. How often is he c-betting? I'm going to flick in a call here rather than raise. He's not c-betting quite as often. There's a lot of turns I can... Yeah, this is a good turn for my range as well. Don't know if this guy's playing a hand on a different table, but I don't think the spot requires us to be using a time bank. Okay, he checks back. I probably would bluff on this river, sorry, on the river if it was not an ace. I think a lot of his hands are going to have an ace in, and I don't think he's going to be folding them if I try to bluff. Queens, 3-bet down here. He's just going to check it back. And we lose to a 9. He opened that from under the gun. We are 5-handed, but... we're going to do half pot c-bet here. Oh, it's dry ace high. I don't think he's going to be folding an ace if he has it, actually. So let's just check. If he checks again, we should have the best hand here most of the time. He does check again. So I want to get value from, you know, pocket pairs, some 9x, some diamonds. I can definitely get some value here. I don't want to go too big. I think I'm going to go like 11 feels about right. He's just going to let it go this time, though. And here we are again with 4 tables and no hands to play. So we'll just be watching the action. See if we can pick anything up. Well, this range massively favors him, but I'm still going to be putting in the c-bet on the flop. In position. Under the gun open. Ace-jack with a lot of people behind. Yeah, I'm going to put in the 3-bet. I'm going to play quite aggressive this session. See how we can push around 25 now. Okay, we flop top. I can take quite a large size here. He's going to have some diamonds, probably some jacks as well. If he has something like king queen, I don't think he's ever going to fold. So we're going to go for a bit of a larger c-bet here. Get a little bit greedy. Shouldn't really have queens plus since he didn't 4-bet. So he calls, so I think same thing again here, really. We're going to be trying for the same thing. We're quite deep. I want to get it all in on the river. Or do I want to get it all in on the river? No, I think I want to get my value now and then check back. So let's go for a chunky bet here. We get called by worse jacks, diamonds, king, queen, hand, you know, anything with a draw. Shouldn't really be losing to anything right now other than he could have 10s, but he's not playing it like that. And he does call, so I think here we're just going to be taking our ace-jack to showdown. Nice. So yeah, perfect. We got maximum value from his nut flush draw that I just don't think he's ever folding. But the range that I've kind of assigned him is not a range that's going to be calling a jam. I don't know if I can get called by a worse jack if I jam the river there. I'll open this on the button, but probably not CO. Just gonna check that the stream looks good on my phone while we're waiting for some hands. Oh, nice AK. Splash pot over here. We are in the big blind. Yeah, I can put in a call here. All right, we are going to be putting in the small 4-bet here. Check this over. And he calls. This just screams not flush draw to me. It's a really big bet though. Like, I need to focus. I think I'm ahead of a lot of what the fuck, like what he's doing this with. Okay, so we're just punting. Okay. Not entirely sure what that's about. At least now I can focus on my other tables. And he gets there on the river. Yeah. He hits his 3 outer. But, you know, all about the EV. I opened here, on C-bet. We can call here, and I can probably call in position here. I'm not hoping for an ace-high flop, but... And that's not a very good flop. We do flop a pair. Very small c-bet here, and just gonna be calling. I want to keep in as ace-king and accept stuff like that. I don't really want to continue here with 6s. Shh. Oh, I've messed everything up now. Yeah, okay, so I kind of want him to take a stab at the river here. Like, I don't think he's going to be checking his value on the turn, so I'm going to be looking to take my 4 to showdown. Cool. We can call here, that's fine. We can 3-bet the 7s. Josie, if you're watching, there is a delay on the stream, by the way, so that's why it seemed like I responded to you immediately. Half pot c-bet. Okay, big size here. We do have 2 pair. He can obviously have a better 2 pair, but I think we're definitely way too strong to fold here right now. Very quickly with the big size again. almost too quickly. Let's see if we can sunk it back. Okay, so we're just punting with top pair. I only really called there because he bet too quickly for my liking. If he had a really strong hand, I think he would think about the sizing a bit more rather than just throwing it out. Oh, I didn't even notice this guy's 59% VPIP. If I'd have seen that, I definitely would have been calling him down. 59% VPIP is crazy. 23% 3-bet. This guy's 3-betting my opening range. Got some high VPIPs. I don't want to show my card. It's not, okay, not what I meant to do, but that's fine. Why can't I mention your name, JC? There's literally nobody else in the chat right now. Not that I was expecting there to be. Josie, actually, if you're still watching, can you tell me if the audio is all good and everything sounds okay? Because it's hard for me to test that while I'm streaming. And if it looks okay. It's a thing telling me that my bitrate is too high, so... Okay, flopping top set, always nice. He called my 3-bet. And we're gonna go... No, this can't be a 3-bet pot. Did I accidentally cold call his open? Oh, okay, we're getting raised and I have the nuts. I think I'm just gonna make it like 20... This... I feel like he might jam if I just raise him a little bit here. Okay, he's just going to call, and the only thing that gets there is 9-8. SPR is quite low, and like very low, so I'm just going to put him all in. And we get snapped off by a pair and a flush draw. I think I might start taking my EV cash out. I don't know, does that... I need to figure out if that takes... like if I automatically pay max rake or something like that. C-bet here. C-bet here and he auto calls. And now he just donks out. I mean, he had auto call on, and what is his range that's automatically calling? I think it has to be flush draws. I think I'm actually just gonna fold top here. You know, he did rabbit hunt the river, so maybe he just had one heart, but I guess he could have had the ace of hearts, but he literally put on the call any, which means that he probably just has a flush draw. Okay, thank you for telling me that it all looks good. Everything fine for me. Thank you, Lamasa. This is somewhat of a test stream, so... Or Lamasta, sorry. I don't know how to say your name, but thank you. Yeah, I'm going to defend here. Flop is good for him, bad for my hand. We could just let it go. Okay, so don't take the cash out then. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Okay, I get called. We're just gonna check this one. I only stream on YouTube. I mean, this is my first stream for this channel, but it's only on YouTube at the moment. Let me put this over here. If I am right, that should be, yep, off the screen, but I can still see it. There we go. You play on coin a lot, Blue Master? Gonna make this guy a different color. 59% VPIP is crazy. I think he just got called down by a worse ace. Okay. He's 3-betting quite wide, but I don't really want to get involved. If anyone is still in the chat, I also just want to double check, because I'm listening to music right now, but I don't want the music to be audible on the stream. So I think I've got it to where that is the case. But please let me know if you can hear the music. Okay, well, there's a delay on my stream, so you can't. I mean, I might have to increase the delay if you're on my table. Donk for a small size. I don't really think I could fold yet. He probably has a 9 or some kind of draw. Don't really see much point in raising. Some of his flushes get there now. This is probably a flush draw that just got there. If I'm in position, I might call this one, but I'm gonna let it go this time. Music isn't audible? Awesome stuff, thank you. But yeah, this is basically, it's also one of my first sessions, even on... that I'm playing dirty would have told me. Thank you, I appreciate it. It's also just one of my first sessions on Coin. Primarily, I just play live, but when I have played online, it's been on other sites. Yeah, I do need to increase the delay. I could only set it to the maximum on YouTube. Thoughts on GG? Are you on my table, Ryan Goodman? Thoughts on CoinPoker for building up a bankroll compared to other sites, starting at the micros. So yeah, I haven't played... I don't really want to play this hand multi-way. So I haven't played that much. Like I didn't build my bankroll online. I built my bankroll playing live, and now I'm playing online. So I don't know too much about starting at the micros, like 2NL. There's content on this channel of Andreas playing 2NL. But in general, Coin for me has been very good. I've only played a few thousand hands on here so far, but the action's been good. I think you're right. If I did tank for long enough, you'd probably be able to see my hand, so... Snap call. I think we just put you all in here, mister. Since you like to call with anything. I don't think he's ever folding a flush draw if he has one. I can do that, but I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can change it now in the middle of the stream. It's okay though, like I said, this is a test stream, so, you know, we're testing. I'm gonna check this one back. Like that turn though. Little On CoinPoker, really like it. Where have you played otherwise? I'm gonna call one more here. Yeah, you can deposit straight from your bank, but you have to withdraw via crypto. But before I ever played on Coin, I'd never really done anything with crypto at all. Okay, that was a weird bet from him on the turn. But it wasn't too difficult to like get a Coinbase account and open a wallet, you know. Yeah, pretty much the same with me, Ryan, about that. Damn, nice flop. This was 3 bets, so we'll go a bit smaller. Okay, he can have some jack eggs, but he can also have worse king eggs. Go for another bet here, get worse king eggs to call. Don't need to go too big, I don't think. Blue Master, I'm kind of interested. You ever pay too much attention to the leaderboards, and like, do you specifically grind them out? And if you do where do you kind of place on average? Because I believe the leaderboards is all the way from 10 NL to 50 NL for this bracket anyway. I honestly just don't believe this guy. I think he's bluffing way too much. Yeah. I don't think after this guy checks back the flop. Okay, maybe he can have a 9 every now and then, but I think he's just going to have so much air in his range. 6 tables, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've done a couple sessions of 6 tables, and 6 tables feels good for me, but for the test stream, I just wanted to run 4 today. CoinPoker probably could become one of the bigger sites. The advertising is good, so... I don't play any MTTs online anymore unless they're satellites for things like Goliath in Coventry coming up. Yeah, I haven't played on stars in years. Did used to grind out some Russian cash on GG, but coin's feeling good so far. I do quite like it. Oh, I know there's a four-liner, but if I'm in this hand, I'm snapping this guy off. Got George Droid with 40 big blinds and a 33% VPIP. 85% c-bet is crazy. Yeah, that's kind of the same with me. I do know people that have told me that like, oh, they don't really like what's happening with coin, but that's because they were playing coin before the big overhaul a few months ago when they had that month where it was rake free. As far as I understand it, like the rake has increased, but the rewards have increased as well, and they kind of just overhauled it, so it's not like it used to be. So whether that's just like people preferring how it used to be, or I think you can argue for either side though. Completely unpoker related news, my hair is not behaving today. Interesting donk over here. Probably calling heads up, but no. I mean, so this is Andreas's channel. I'm just doing some streaming for him. So artesian and artisan are definitely not the same thing. Although I don't know what the word artesian means. It could be something to do with Andreas personally. As far as I'm aware, as a native English speaker, it does not mean the same thing as artisan. I think I definitely need to get into playing more online because I'm sitting here with my 4 tables, and then when I have nothing to do on all 4 of them, I'm already itching to do something. I don't even know how I manage to survive playing live poker sometimes. I guess it's easier when you can talk to people on the table, you know. Still, though, should really be paying attention to the action. Artigiano. Is that like Italian or something, or some similar Latin language? If that's the case, then that might be it. I don't know. Andreas is German, but I know he speaks Romanian, so definitely going to be putting in the call here. And then folding to the big bet on the turn. Love the Brighton shirt. Actually in Hove, but yeah, close enough. Yes, I don't live in Brighton, but I live very near Brighton without doxing myself. I went to the University of Sussex, which is in Falmouth. I do support Brighton. I've supported Brighton since I was a kid, so. I'm glad you had a good time. Sadly, the live poker scene in Brighton has gone downhill quite a lot recently, over the last couple of years. Italian, yeah. Well, I just, I did, it sounds Italian, but I didn't want to say Italian because I think you said you were geo-locked. Is Italy geo-locked, or some parts of Italy? Whoa. Whoa. 76% VPIP. That's crazy. Yeah. Geo-locked for poker, that's what I meant. Sorry, I should have been more specific. Wow, there's no way. Holy luck box. This flop is pretty good for me. So this is what I mean. We're playing 25 NL, and there's a guy here with 76% VPIP just actually punting. Like, this is a good sign to me. And there's and then another table here, 59% VPIP. And I'm not really even doing any table selection today. I'm just taking what I get. Of course, I'm saying all this. You could be one of these guys who's just got an insane VPIP on my table, but I don't think you are. Oh, snap jams on me. I mean, I'm not folding ace king against this guy. Yeah, nice. I can't remember, how does this twice plus one work? I know that it's either if somebody wins both of them or if somebody wins either of them. You know what I mean? Then they run the third board. Does that have an effect on rake as well? I'm not calling a 3-bet here. Okay, yeah, so I just won both the first two run-outs, so we're going a third time. Okay. I feel like I should probably just be running it twice then. No! He left. Yeah. Might call sometimes with the fours there, but we'll leave it this time. Yeah. No, I think between 20 and 30 is totally normal. It's just every time I look at the table and I see something like 50 plus, my eyes just light up. Like the 76% VPIP online is definitely something. Third board is one if only in the first. You're giving a free third round. Yeah, okay, fine. Running it twice is fine then. That's a very large c-bet on a paired board. Such a dry flop. I imagine actually it has to be really mathematically bad. So you only run the third run out if you win the first two. So okay, so it only comes into effect if you win the first two. So if you never do twice plus one, you can't. That has to be awful. That has to be really, really bad. Like, why would you give them another chance? Because either you don't win the first two and you don't do the third run out, or you do win the first two. But if you never do twice plus one, then you just win the. Yeah, okay. That I'm never doing that again. I did not articulate myself there very well at all, but I think you definitely understand what I'm talking about. We've got about 49 minutes left to go. Just going to be playing 2 hours on the test stream here. I'm out of tea. I'll have to wait. I could raise this, but I don't think this guy's ever going to fold. His calling, even his calling range is probably... Wow, he actually did fold. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would have assumed. It was just running it 3 times, but it's definitely a scam. But I think you know the platform has these kind of options, and like it's like with the bomb pot tables as well. I try to avoid playing the bomb pot tables. I don't like them. I only like playing PLO bomb pots. But it's good to it's good for like keeping recreational players on coin. It's like, you know, it's you know, just for fun, I guess. Like they have the emojis and the throwables. I know other sites have those too. Okay, cold 4-bet jam. Like 10 times the pot. Oh, another 75 VPIP player. Hello, Steamy Muff. Interesting username. And he's going to give us action in our first hand against him. Let's have a look. 2 overs, back doors. Big bet. I think with my 2 overs here and the gut shot to the nuts. I'm going to call. If he barrels it, I'm going to fold though. Yeah, we're going to let him have this one. I can definitely have better hands to call down with rather than king high. The must show ones. I've played some of the must show ones. If I'm really paying attention, I don't mind it because it does give me... I feel like it's good if you pay more attention than the average person. But if the average person is paying more attention than you, then it's, you know... I guess you have to weigh up the extra information that you get versus the extra information you're giving away. If you're playing a lot of tables, obviously it's really hard to actually gain that much info from it, and you're just giving away loads of info. Is there a way to specify on the quick join to only join tables that have no bomb pots and no must show or anything like that? Because sometimes it puts me on a heads up table as well, which I also don't want. I don't know if you play live poker, but if you do play live poker, PLO double board bomb pots are where it's at. There's a lot of money in PLO double board bomb pots. Little bit of a dry spell here for me. Not many hands going on. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's why, like, if you find a Hold'em game live that does PLO double board bomb pods, and then you spend a bit of time learning, like, just basic, like, PLO's not very difficult. You know, if you know how to play Hold'em, it doesn't take very much effort to become okay at PLO. And because, like, in live games, these guys will just play the bomb pots no matter what, even if they have never played PLO before in their life. So you don't have to be very good to be better than the average person in a bomb pot. Whoa, 9%. I'm gonna fold here. Don't really want to just blast off. Don't really want a cold call either from the small blind or the big blind. This isn't under the gun open. Yeah, well, that is also true. PLO does have a place in my heart. I think I'm on GG. I might have actually played more PLO than Hold'em. Maybe it's got to be close, but wow. I want to see what you have. Top pair on monitor. I'm gonna go small. Oh, but they're gonna get it in. AK versus AK. Oh, okay, sure. Ah. Okay, they're chopping that one up. What is this one big blind donk? Okay, I'm just gonna pretend like they didn't donk. Let's go. Can get value from diamonds. Definitely doing 6 tables next stream, that's for sure. Just need to fit them all on my screen. Alright, here we go. A few playable hands. Don't really see the point in betting against 2 players here. If they check again, my ace high might be the best hand. snap call is good news for me against this player. Just going to be... Yeah, okay, increase the delay. Definitely need to. I think we can just go quite big here. Get him all in on the river if he has a worse 10. Oh shit. Okay, I don't know what this is supposed to be. Sure. Yeah, there's not much. I don't think I can do it now without ending the stream and restarting it, which I don't really want to. I mean, there's only half an hour left anyway, so if you end up seeing my whole cards in the hand, that's you can have some free EV, I guess. Check this one back. Settings advanced. See if I can do it in the middle of the stream while I'm also playing. I'm holding to that. Okay. I've gone into the settings and I've now applied a delay, but I don't think that's going to apply right now. I don't see how it would unless it's going to like pause the stream for a minute and let the delay set in. So I guess we will find out. But I've attempted to add 3 minutes more of delay, which should be more than enough. I should be c-betting. I didn't mean to check that back. Oh, it actually might have frozen the stream. No, maybe not. Yeah. Nah, that's okay. If I was going to stream for longer today, then I would restart the stream now, but there's not too much longer to go. And I've definitely got it set up now, so next time I go live, there'll be a longer delay. Could never told you I was playing against you if I wanted the free EV. Yeah, I mean, that is also true. I'm really deep with this guy, so I've got to put on a thing though that's... time, I think. We can call here. Snap takes it back, that's good. I think I can get this guy to fold here. One turn. Nice, that's a perfect turn for me. Gonna give up over here. Do I want to go for the raise here? Maybe. Okay, so we don't get raised, so we're just going to go for some value, try and get called by an ace. And we'll just take it down, no problem. Alright, how are we doing on the leaderboard? Yeah, 92nd, that's about what I was expecting. From the couple of tests I've done when I run 4 tables, I usually finish somewhere between 100 and 90. Really dry lips. It's annoying me. I don't have anything to drink. I finished my tea. Fifty is playing 6. Okay, well that's pretty good, considering that the leaderboard includes 50 NL, right? So also my VPIP is quite low this session, so I'm at like, yeah, okay, I'm at 21% VPIP right now, so I'm not playing too many hands and I'm only playing 4 tables. Yeah, yeah. But assumedly then if you want, yeah, but if you want to generate the most amount of rake over the leaderboard, like if you just play, you know, for the 2-hour slot at least. We're gonna make this like 21 here. Like you're gonna want to play for the 2-hour slot to make, you know, so that you generate the amount of rake within the 2 hours. Or are you saying that like if you know you don't need to worry about it too much if you like play for 3 hours, the extra hour will go to the next leaderboard and then you get paid about the same anyway? Is that what you're saying? Like relative to how much rake you make? Because if that's the case, then that makes sense actually. This is the first time that I've been on a site that has this kind of like leaderboard rake back structure anyway, so quite large bet on this one, not on that one. Oops. It does call, so we can just give up on this one. Yeah, I don't think he's folding the ace. I should have gone for the bet if I had an ace in my hand and checked otherwise. Yeah. Yeah, right, okay. I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. So I get that. So the leaderboard, the leaderboard's prize pool is distributed evenly. Then I suppose, like it does. It's not top heavy or bottom heavy. It's perfectly even distributed. For that to be the case, I imagine. It wouldn't be bottom heavy anyway, obviously. But if it was top heavy, then I think that would mean that you could grind it. Because there'd be an incentive to finish higher. How long do you usually play in your sessions? Yeah. No, I figured that you meant on Central European time. Don't really want to start betting here. Don't see the point. I'm just gonna take my ace high showdown value here. Not gonna bluff into two people, and I think ace queen is probably gonna win sometimes anyway. Wow, that's quite a large donk. Started at 6. Yeah. Oh, chess time. Nice, man. Sounds good. I do like chess, but I'm not very good. Like, I end up going down... I get tunnel vision. I go down one game tree, and I think about it too hard. and then I blunder. I'm like, okay, this makes sense, and then I make a blunder because I didn't consider something else, you know. But I do enjoy a game of chess every now and then, and I do also enjoy cold beer. So that sounds like an excellent plan. It's unfortunate. Getting beat up on table number 1 today. Very deep with you as well. Oh, I'm 300 deep on this table with 2 different people, and I have aces. This could be spicy. And they both folded. I am going to put in the squeeze here, though. Snap call from this guy. Okey-dokey. Get a call from both of them. Definitely want to be going for some value here. Don't need to be going very big, though. Snap call again. This is gonna bring in some 2 pairs. I'm gonna slow down here with a check. Oh. Okay, he checks it back, so I think we're just gonna go for a very thin value versus a king here. And he's just gonna fold, but we win a nice medium-sized pot. This guy's 3-betting quite a lot, so let's chuck in the call, see what we get. I'm gonna give up on this one. We flop a gut shot, 1 over. I think I'm just going to check this one back here. Okay, my gut shot is now no longer going to be helpful. So we just have ace high. I'm still just going to pick my ace high to showdown value if he keeps checking. I don't even beat some of his bluffs here, so... So I'm not going too hard on the color coding. If I see somebody that has like higher than 30% VPIP, I just put them in blue. The pink purple is like for the really, really high VPIP. I just think that it's easier to recognize the colors than it is to check the numbers all the time. Orange is if I'm really deep with somebody, just to remind me that I'm really deep with somebody. So that if I start sizing, if we're for 100 big blinds deep, I don't want to then realize on the river that, oh, actually I'm 300 deep with this guy. So yeah, blue is for high VPIP, like relatively high VPIP. Purple is for insanely high VPIP, and then the orange is just to remind me that I'm deep with that player. What? What is that? Probably like 31's like fine, but I'll keep it until it like changes significantly. Just if I see somebody with like 34 or more VPIP, like they're probably just playing slightly too many hands, at least like for online. And then, like, the quicker I can identify, then, okay, if they're playing slightly more hands, then I can just even quicker say, it helps me assign them a range a bit easier. I know whether to start them off wider or tighter. I also should probably start attacking people with low really low VPIP as well, so I can assign them as being quite tight. Gonna give up with my gut shot here. Of course, I make it though. It's like the first time I've rabbit hunt this entire session, and it tells me that I would have ruined the nuts. Bit of a dry stretch here. And then, even though I don't need to wait for this 8 minutes, I think that's probably about the right up time to end the stream. 8 minutes and 42 seconds time. I'm not going to raise, just take the free flop. And then fold. Bye-bye, one big blind. Don't have that on my PC at the moment. Hopefully we're not just going to be folding for the last 8 minutes, but we'll see. Calling it a day. Yeah, I'll put the higher delay on next time. Don't worry about it. But yeah, for sure, man. Enjoy your chess. Play well. Damn, what a fire flop. Do river a 7. Can I get called by worse? It would be very thin. Oh, it's trips. Okay. I get rewarded for being a nit. Hooray! I'm gonna mix between 3-betting and flatting here, but we'll flat this time. Don't really see a need to raise just yet. How often is this guy c-betting? Very often, actually, so I can't really say much. Still don't think I can be folding top pair here just yet. Nice. Flop trips over here on table 1. Get a call. Gonna size up here. Get the most from a jack or a flush draw. And we'll be ending out the stream here pretty shortly. I'm going to get 3-bet. I am going to stick in a call here with 6-5 suited. And we are going to flop a flush draw. Oh, overcard and a gut shot on this one. So I'm definitely going to put in a c-bet here. Is there a point in raising? I don't really think so. We should just be putting in a call here. We can do make our flush now. Shouldn't have too many 5s in his range. Keep betting here for value. And then just going to bet reasonably small here. Try and get called by a king. Some 2-pair or something. Don't think he's ever going to raise me with worse. Ooh, interesting. What are his bluffs? He has to have the ace of diamonds, I think, if he's bluffing. We're just going to let this one go here. Really getting really getting messed up on table number 1 here today, but doing okay on the other tables. So, and we flop trips. I think I'm going to check this one back here. It does come out betting. I think if we raise, we just fold out his bluffs. If he has a worse ace, I think we're going to get it in by the river anyway, so we just call. Snap check is not good news. I think we've got to make it look like a bluff. Go like 2-bit X pot. Try and get called by a pocket pair or a rivered 7 or something. Yeah, well, who knows what he had, but I don't know. It could be a worse ace, I guess. Obviously, if he raises me there, I don't think he's ever raising me without a boat, so we'll just be folding. And just the last few hands here, about 30 seconds left to go. I'm going to do sit out all, so this will be the last hands on each table. Nice flop. Yeah, could start betting here. Multi-way, I don't really want to. Not in the middle. Ugh, pardon me, not in the middle anyway. I'm going to throw out half pot c-bet on this one. And we go to the river with an ace, so yeah, don't really want to bet into this ace now. Oh, we get called over here. So I guess he can have some queen x. He can have some pairs that we're still losing to. I think we're just going to check this one back. And we're going to check here as well. And I think we're just going to take our 5 to showdown here. I think anything that I could get to fold with a bluff is probably losing anyway. Comes for the bit of a chunky bet here on the river. This could be a bluff. Let's see. Checks flop, calls my c-bet. Checks and then comes. I think could just be a decent queen. And no reason to look him up anyway. Okay, so that's going to do it for the first test stream on Artesian Poker here. I've been Scott. That's me. And if anybody's still in the chat, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for everybody who did join, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.